After that, I went and saw The Rhythm Section, the big smash blockbuster hit of this past weekend. I know that's a joke. If you don't know by now, this movie is like a huge box office bomb. Holy shit. I did not expect that. Man, Paramount is not having a good few months with this and Terminator, man. They're kind of in trouble, aren't they? I don't know. I don't even want. I can imagine the man. Probably fucking Disney's probably gonna be buying them next. But yeah, but like I said, this ain't a good sign with them losing a shitload of money with these two movies alone. And hell, Gemini Man was another one that was a big box office flop. Everything's been a box office flop lately. But okay, despite that fact and going in and stuff like that, this movie, it's only fitting that I see this last because I don't know. I don't think I've expressed this enough over the last few months. I remember this is one of the weirdest things, but I remember when I first got this trailer for this movie, and that was in front of Ad Astra, which was like back in September. Remember Ad Astra, that Brad Pitt movie? Yeah. I got this trailer in front of Ad Astra, and for the past 3 or 4 months since that fucking movie, I have gotten this trailer almost non-fucking stop. Like, this trailer would be in front of everything. I'm not making this up. Like, it was, like, ridiculous. I was tired of this trailer. Like, this movie, like, I go to the movie, obviously I go to the movies every week, and I see everything that's coming out, so I'm going to get the same trailers, but man, this was goddamn annoying every time I got this trailer. I was like, when is this fucking thing coming out? It just also annoyed me the fact that they would play that fucking remake of that Nirvana song, Where Did You Sleep Last Night? And I'm just like, just play the fucking original. Like, it wasn't even like that the movie looked bad for the trailers. I was just like, I was tired of this fucking trailer. I could not take it. I'm like, fucking play something else. I mean, fuck, over the last few weeks, luckily they stopped. But man, I was tired of this trailer. So after all that, and after just being a big box office bomb, and also hearing that this movie is like gotten some really horribly negative reviews, I've seen some fucking venomous hatred going out towards this movie. I was like, damn, I'm kind of curious what the hell's wrong with this movie. As I said, even for the trailers, I said it didn't look that bad. It didn't. It looked like your typical revenge flick. Looked like, something like in the vein of Taken, that stuff that's been out over the last few years. And did I think it was as bad as everybody says it is? No, I didn't. I honestly didn't hate this movie. I don't understand the hatred this movie is getting. It is like really weird. It's not great. It's not. It has a lot of problems. It does. I ain't gonna say it doesn't. I'm not gonna say that this movie, I'd recommend seeing this in theaters. I'd probably even say maybe a rental, if that, or like on Netflix, but it's not that bad. I've seen way fucking worse than this. Like, The Turning was a way worse piece of shit. And it's a January movie. What the fuck did you expect? Like I said, this is not even the worst thing I've seen in the month of January, so anyways, like I said, I was half expecting going in like, oh, I'm going to be like, Turning's not the worst movie of the year now, but no, it's still the worst movie I've seen this year. The Rhythm Section's not even close. Like I said, I didn't hate this movie. Blake Lively is fine in this movie. It's one of those performances you see with a lot of actors where they transform themselves to look rugged or different than they do. Like, I give fuck, man. Blake Lively looks like shit in this movie. I'm not saying anything bad about that. I'm not trying to say anything bad about her. It's just like she's like this fucking drug addict prostitute at the beginning of this fucking movie, drug-riddled addict prostitute in the beginning of this movie, which I don't know how that fucking happened. I still don't know how that, like, how you progress from her family getting killed on a plane to her living in London, being a prostitute on drugs. I have no idea. Feels like there's a big gap of fucking time that's missing from that. Feels like there might have been a big part of this movie missing that didn't show that, but she does a big transformation in this movie. Like, it's almost unrecognizable at times that fucking Blake Lively. It's like, goddamn. And like, she's a good actress. I don't know if I'm the only one who has this problem when it comes to the Blake Lively. Who I get her and Amber Heard mixed up all the fucking time. And like, oh yeah, Amber Heard's Johnny Depp's punching bag. That's right. I forgot. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Really bad joke. But I remember Blake Lively was the more talented of the two, even though she did Savages. She was really fucking bad in that movie. But I've seen her in a lot of good stuff. But like, she is good in this movie. Isn't really given much of character development other than that she is wanting revenge and she lost her family and she's a drug addict prostitute who gives it up like within 20 minutes of that movie. It's like, wow, that was a fucking quick turnaround. But yeah, she is good in this movie. I give her credit. It's like one of those, like, ooh, I think a lot of people will give more praise just because of her transformation, and that's it. But it's nothing really that special of a performance. You got people like Jude Law is great. Is good as the girl, the former MI6 agent that helps train her to take down this terrorist that she's trying to hunt down. Which that's a majority of the movie where you're seeing him training her. That is pretty much a majority of this fucking movie. Yeah, like, it's not a bad flick. Like I said, action sometimes could be hard to follow. There's a lot of times the shaky cam and the car chases of like, what the fuck just happened? That was a big fucking problem. My biggest issue with this movie, I'll say this, was that there were a lot of stupid fucking moments in this movie. There are really stupid moments in this movie. I could go on probably for fucking days about the stupid moments in this movie. I'm gonna try to cut down to a few, like just to highlight. My favorites, like I said, Blake Lively, she's right introduced, and she's fucking a drug addict prostitute, and like I said, it seems like there's a big span of time missing that how it got from point A to point B, and she keeps having these random fucking flashbacks to her family that feel like it's out of a fucking Folgers commercial. It does. It really fucking does. It like, they're like just smiling, the stereotypical smiling middle-class white family that they're just touching each other's face. It's weird. It's fucking weird. And every time they cut to that, it would like not fit the scene that's in the movie. It's like, what the fuck? And like, they kept doing it. I'm like, and it just like, it padded out the movie way too many damn times, it felt like. This character does a lot of stupid fucking things. Like, one of my favorites is when there's a guy who is Arab, like this rich Arab man who is wanting to find this terrorist that did this that bombed this plane because his son was on the plane, and his son was like a big activist against like jihad and all that shit like that or whatever, and it's established that like he has connections, and Blake Lively needs to go to Madrid to find a certain guy that they need to find, and instead of like, I don't know, maybe going up to his door and maybe talking to him or whatever, no, she breaks it, enters this guy's house and points a gun at him and asks for information. I'm like, and he, of course he's like, get the fuck out of my house. I'm like, I would too. I'm like, goddamn, but it's his wife that goes, oh, maybe we should help her out. I'm like, what? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is stupid. This is really dumb. She does a lot of really dumb fucking things where she's supposed to kill a guy, and there's like, and she doesn't because she has a change of heart because the guy has a kid, and I'm not making this is going to spoilers. Sorry, this is going to spoilers, but because she doesn't fucking kill him, they plant a bomb in his car when he's when he's up in his hotel, and they drive away and the bomb goes off, and unfortunately his kids were in there too. I'm like, you are a terrible person. Like, you are really at fault for this. Like, goddamn, man. Like, there's also this part where at the beginning of the movie where the reporter that comes and finds her somehow he finds her when she's a prostitute riddled drug addict, and he finds her and he knows who she is. I don't know how, but he does, I guess just because he has reporter magic. He has reporter magic where he then explains that, like, he explains what is going on in his investigation and shit like that. And I'm sitting there like, they have this whole wall of, like, all these victims on this plane, right? And I just sat there and asked one fucking simple question. Why did he go after her? He doesn't explain why he goes after her, why he seeks her out. You're telling me none of the other passengers on this plane had any family? Any? Apparently they didn't, because actually no, they did, because he fucking established the one guy had kids that was in front of her fucking parents, I think. I mean, so why the hell did he go after her? Just because they needed a main character? That's, I don't know. It's just plot convenience. Then she has like this fucking the black guy that she is like an informant for them. Her and Jude Law is, they meet and like within 2 scenes they're having sex with each other. The hell? It's like what the fuck? It's like, this movie is dumb. Like, this movie has a lot of dumb moments in it. It does. But I didn't hate it. Like, it was entertaining, like, just finding the plot holes in this movie. I'm like, this makes no sense. Like, this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. This don't make. I'm like, god damn. If I sit, so I just had to turn my brain off after a while. I'm like, this is just dumb. But like, I didn't hate it. All right, it's not very good. I'll say that it's not very good. But worst movie I've seen this year? No. Fucking anybody who's watched The Turning and tells me that this is worse, fuck you. At least this had an ending. That just makes this movie better right off the fucking bat. Yeah, that's as far as the rhythm section. I'd say maybe Netflix if you're curious. That's about it. Yeah, that's not a really good night at the movies, man. That wasn't really. That was a shitty double feature. That was one of the shittiest double features I had in a while. What's this week? Birds of Prey. That's the only movie I got to see that comes out this week. Hey! I was like, that's nice. Like, it's so nice to have, like, just one movie come out this week and nothing else. That's really just, I love it. Like, then right after that, like, Valentine's Day weekend, we got, like, 5 movies come out. Like, fuck! It's like, god damn it. So, yeah, that's, I'm getting new trailers in front of that. I will have a review of Birds of Prey, and also I'm going to do a best and worst list of 2019. I haven't done that yet, I know. I wanted to do a few more Oscar movies, but I haven't had the time, so I'm just going to do my fucking list. Just get it over. I wanted to do it before the Oscars happen. So until then, I'll talk to you guys later. Ah, shit.